Hey everyone, how's it going? Edit here again. A little while ago I made a video on this. It's the Game Boy Color Lite. It has a backlit AGS 101 screen and a BenVenn Ribbon cable plugged into a regular Game Boy Color motherboard, put into some slightly modded housings, and gave us a absolutely wonderful backlit console which gives us a really nice high quality screen. Super cool stuff. This was a combination of work between a guy called Bluish Squirrel who printed off the slightly bigger Game Boy lens glass, Game Boy Color Light glass lens, and the back, and then a guy called Esoteric Mods did all of the internal work and also did the shell modifications. So in today's video, we're going to be having a look at a metal Game Boy. So someone over at my Patreon pointed out to me that someone was actually now manufacturing these metal Game Boy shells, and they're 100% metal. They weigh quite a lot. It's made out of CNC milled aluminium. Also has some actual details on the front here. You can see it says Start and Select and Nintendo. There's a few things we have to bear in mind with this. This is actually a kind of a prototype in quite a few different senses. One of them is because this is like the raw finish. The guy who was actually doing these mods, Nick, I'll leave all his links in the description below. He is working on different finishes for this. So this is currently a custom kind of sealant finish. It's not like a clear coat lacquer, it's like a custom finish to keep the aluminium from kind of oxidizing. Obviously aluminium doesn't really rust in the same way that steel does. I think what I'll do is I will start by taking this apart. I'm really nervous to do that actually, because I'm not sure what to expect on the inside of this. We'll start migrating some of the parts over. So let's go ahead and do that. So one of the things that features in this actual board here is a slightly thinner speaker. I imagine that's either an upgraded speaker or it's so that everything can fit in there better. But you will notice that there's been a little piece cut out there, and that isn't compensated for in the metal housing. So I have had to disassemble another one of my Game Boy Colors just to take out the old board. The other thing as well, Nick said that he's tried to make this as easy as possible by not having to, you don't have to remove the metal shell from the screen of an AGS 101. Now I'll show you what I mean, because I've got an old AGS 101 screen here. However, this one's slightly broken. Let's just quickly test fit that there. You can see the metal housing that I was referring to, and pop that in. Oh my goodness me, look at that. So one of the huge things about these Game Boys is that there had to be a lot of milling done and a lot of work done to the inside of the shell. But now, when you buy this, you just drop it in. Brilliant, and that's what I was referring to earlier. You can see there's some lines down the side of the screen, but I think that is actually not going to affect this. Okay, so let's go ahead and assemble this. I have been told that pretty much no electrical conductive material needs to be placed inside this, which is always a benefit when assembling things. Just as minimal work as possible is required, then that's probably the most attractive when it comes to assembling modded parts. Okay, and we'll go ahead and drop the screen in just like that. Next thing to do is to reattach the screen into the BenVenn Ribbon cable, so we can go ahead and do that as well. Okay, so that is pretty much the metal Game Boy assembled. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to put the metal back on. That's just because in the actual design that Nick is doing, it includes a lithium rechargeable battery. which you can also buy those components on his website as well, I believe. So there's a little 3D printed bracket to hold the battery, a little PCB which will deal with the current, I assume, and a little Velcro strap just to hold the battery down. And then the back will go over, and this metal back has been designed specifically to cater to this front shell, so you can't just put this back on the plastic shell, and you can't put a plastic shell on the back of a metal one. So unfortunately, the screen in this really is well and truly broken. That's just because the components that I have are broken. That's nothing to do with the metal shell, although you can still see that it looks great. Unfortunately, it's just the whole screen has been shifted over. But there we go, that's it there, and it looks absolutely brilliant. The fact that we've now got metal Game Boys is really quite mind-blowing. It's a big shame that that this screen is broken and I don't have the rechargeable battery. Otherwise, I would totally keep this exactly how it is. It's super exciting stuff. I'm really excited to get all the correct components for this so that I can fully put it together. But other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little bit of an insight video. As I said, if you want to go and check out all of Nick's stuff and also where to buy these and pricing, etc., go and check that in the description below. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let Nick know what you think as well. Any improvements that you think he could make. I'll definitely be doing a follow-up video once I can get the correct components for the inside of this. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.